Hi guys, welcome to Sellapy Brand Owner Academy, the APY Ambassador Boot Camp. As I always say, this is not a course, this is your entry into ownership. Let's get it on. Yeah, this is the module 3 of the APY Ambassador Boot Camp. If you like very bright something and you must choose a complementary of red or color white that complement each other, don't choose something that is off balance. For example, you can't choose a purple and back it up with blue, it doesn't go well. You must choose something that complement each other and that look professional. I will show you example of some stores that we have in Sellapy, and you see how color are blend together. So let's move on. Another thing is the typography, which is the font you use to represent your brand. The font signifies trust, luxury, heritage and modernization. If you don't use a font that actually makes sense, that is that fits in the brand you are building, you are actually off the radar. What do I mean by this? Say for example, you are trying to build a comic book or brand, a comic brand, and you are using fonts that is, let's say for example, Monstrat. If you know Monstrat font, it doesn't make sense. You know you must use a cubic kind of font that actually know that this is a comic in nature. That alone already give the audience what to expect from that kind of brand. If you are choosing a color that has to do with a font rather that has to do with IT, you know the type of font you must use there. You must use something like Monstrat, which is it does fit in, and you must be thinking about other color and font that is related to IT. If you are choosing a color that is about, let's say, book editing, you must be thinking about something that is area or something that is gamic or something. I forget the name in terms of font. If you go and choose some other fonts that represent other type of industry or other type of sector, you are off the radar. So you must choose something that actually resonates with the type of brand you are building. And in terms of logo, I always believe that simplicity is the mother of all. I believe that. That's that language. You must make sure you give a simple logo that serve your audience, that stand for your brand. You don't have to build a complicated logo with hundreds of colors, with thousands of colors that does not even stand out, or a logo that have 1 million word character. The shorter the better. If possible, just use one simple design. You can see logo of big companies like Apple stand out. Even Google that use many colors, they are able to make it in a way that really stand out in an elegant way, the way they blend their multiple colors. But if you look at most companies logo, they are simple in nature. Once you see the color, you know which company owns that particular logo. For example, with Sellapy, I believe we so much believe that if you just see a smiley face, an orange smiley face on top of a blue background, you should expect, oh, this looks like something you know, which is Sellapy. Because our aim is to put smile on everybody on our platform, is to put smile on our ambassador. That is our aim. So which is why that logo stand out for us. So in simple words, you must create a logo that is simple and easy to remember. You don't want to do something that is complicated. I've seen someone trying to do a logo and they wrote like 35 words letter to make a logo, and it's even difficult to call the name itself instead. You must think around this, like, okay, what how do you expect someone that does not even belong to your circle of targeted audience, how do you want them to pronounce it? So you must really think outside the box to craft a very simple and easy to understand or easy to identify logo. So all this together will impact your packaging, because your packaging, your color, your typography and your logo, all these together make your packaging. If you are able to simplify those, I'm very sure you can simplify your packaging as well. But once you've made everything complicated from the beginning, there's no way your packaging will even work in the first place. So we've talked about those important words like logo, font and the color. What about the name? What about the name you give your brand? I believe if you can make your brand one syllable, it's perfect. But on average, you should be able to give your brand just 2 syllables. If you can give 2 syllables, you've really nailed it. But notwithstanding, the worst case scenario, it must be 3 syllables. Worst case scenario. Once your brand name goes beyond 3 syllables, you've made things complicated. Say for example, Apple, Netflix, Microsoft, Sellapy. You must think about 2 syllables in terms of the name you give to your brand. You don't want to give your brand checklist asset, checklist behaving asset. You are going too much, you are going too far. You don't want to give a name that cannot be pronounced. Let's say for example, your targeted audience are foreigners, or you want to target people that live outside your country, and you now go and give your brand name your dialect or your cultural name. Call your name Ogoshuku Wanshuku, Adegoriola, something like that. You must call it, even if you want to use it, shorten it in a way that will be easy to pronounce to foreigners. For example, if your brand name is Adegoriola, you can decide, okay, what if you just call it Gori or Ade or something like that. I know some people might criticize me. Even Adegoriola, yeah, it's too far. Like, you can just shorten it. I don't want to assume that Adegoriola is a bit long when it comes to brand that you want everybody to resonate with. You can call it Gori. Yes, that really makes sense. That is 2 syllables. But if you start calling or naming your brand complicated names, I believe you are just you are taking it too far. Make the name memorable, and sometimes it's not even about the syllable, it's just the memorability aspect of it. Can someone easily listen to your brand name once and they can repeat it again in their head? You have to think about this, think around it as well. Say something that makes sense. So as I think in the slide I've already mentioned it, that if you are targeting diaspora, you must make it diaspora friendly pronunciation names that you give to your brand. So to cut it short, you want to understand some essential brand assets that you must prepare for you to be able to know that you have created your brand asset. You must be able to create your brand logo with your primary and alternative icon. You must be able to select the color palette. You must be able to select the typography system, which is your font, and you must be able to understand or to package the packaging template. You must be able to prepare your packaging template. Then you must be able to understand that this brand is applicable for your social media brand kit. What does it mean? Whatever brand asset you've created, you must be able to just replicate it easily on your social handle. If you have a personal social handle before, I think it's the high time you start converting or creating page underneath. Let's say for example, you have a Facebook page that is your name. Then create a Facebook page inside that your Facebook name that stand for your brand. Don't mix your personal Facebook with your brand page. You can create that brand name as a page inside your Facebook. In terms of your Instagram or TikTok, make sure you just rename or reconfigure your brand name as your TikTok or Instagram name. This will make you stand out immediately. These are checklists that you must put in place. So let's look at how all these things links together in terms of your brand strategic map. So there are 7 major things you need to consider here. You must be able to blend the purpose, the vision, the value, the personality, the audience, the promise, and the proof and the positioning. You must be able to put all these 7 things together. Then you will be able to strategically map your brand like a pro. What do I mean by this? Your brand must have a purpose. Your brand must have a vision, and this vision must be backed with a value that will be rendered, and there will be a personality around your brand which is created for a specific audience, which we remember the word niche brand. Niche brand, your ideal customer profile, which represent the audience you are targeting, and this must represent you must give this audience a promise they look up to. A promise, there must be a promise they look up to, and there is no way you want to convince people about your promise that they don't have a proof. Let's say, for example, you can be the first proof of your brand. Maybe you used to have a particular problem and you are able to solve it, then you want to help others to solve it. Let's say, for example, you are able to help a customer to solve a problem. Let the customer use the customer as the first proof. Let them come out and give user generated content for you. Let them submit a review for you as a proof of this solution you are bringing with your brand, and then you'll be able to position yourself as an expert within that domain. So which is why I said these 7 roadmap strategic mapping is very, very important. Your purpose, your brand purpose, vision, values, personality, the audience, the promise, the proof, and the positioning. Think about this logically. You don't have to be cramming or to be trying to force yourself to understand it. You need to sit down, lay this down one after the other, and able to put everything together for you to make sense and fit the brand you want to build. So let's go on with what we are talking about here. You are very sure you understand all this. There will be a PDF that will be sent out with this strategic map, brand strategy map. So what are the toolkits that is expected of you before you start pronouncing your brand as world class, especially within Sellapy platform? What are the things that are expected of you, the toolkits that are needed for you to kickstart like a pro? The very first thing is the Sellapy storefront. You must be able to use the skill set that you gained today to create a storefront that stand out. So for example, this storefront is your way to get your customers to understand the solution your brand is solving. The next thing that you need to prepare is your niche products library, which is the products you want to sell in this your storefront. These are the other thing that is needed. The next thing there is your pre-built funnel. Example of the funnel we're talking about starts directly from your social media handles, and inside the Sellapy there is what we call the niche hub. You can start building your funnel of brand story posts, product posts, and start building your followers who will then become your repeated customers over time. These are part of your pre-built funnels. Then we talk about your organic. Let's even leave the ad blueprints aside. Your organic content that will actually bring people into your store over time. You must start telling your story to your customer. You must start telling your story to your prospect. These are things that you need to put in place if you're really serious about selling a niche brand. The next thing here is the payment integration. You don't have to worry about this, because within the Sellapy platform, we've even integrated multi-currency inside the platform. You don't need to worry about that. I believe this is already done. This is done for you. So the next thing there is your brand asset. Your brand asset, I've mentioned, these are your logo, your banner, your social media handles are ready. You prepare them intact, or if you haven't, you need to start thinking about it, how all these things will be prepared. These are part of your toolkits that make you stand out. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to get the dashboard ready. Inside your Sellapy seller account, you have the dashboard that interprets all your sales or every other tool that you need as a seller on Sellapy. Everything are there for you. So these toolkits need to be ticked out, and you need to check them and tick them out one after the other. Then you know you are ready. So to say it all together, or to put this all together, this lecture, I believe, should equip you to the point where you can create your store asset. You can create the store itself. You should understand how your product page or your products, the type of product you want to sell, are put together. You should understand the funnel, how the funnel work. I've mentioned it. The funnel starts from your social media, then to the niche hub, and even to the point of word of mouth. These are funnels that attract sales to your store in the long run. And I've mentioned clearly several times the niche hub, which is the social commerce part of Sellapy, where you can bring followers and educate them about your brand and tell your story there and turn them into a repeated customer. Then the good thing is, once you've created all these things on Sellapy platform, you can start sharing your store, your story, your products as a link to your prospects, to your friends and family. I believe the very best way I will go about this is, once my store is ready, I have my product pages ready, I want to first of all share my store with my friends. I want to share it to the first 10 friends I have or family, and I want to beg them if they can share with another 10 set of people as well. If 10 people share your store with another 10 people, I believe you can easily just get about 200 followers in your store. Not just follower alone, is way beyond just following you on your store, but at least you have a prospect of someone who can actually purchase from you. So to build your tribe of 100 shouldn't be something that is difficult. I will quickly just talk about this tribe of 100. Tribe of 100 is your first 100 customer or prospect. They are the easiest things to build in your journey as a niche brand builder. All you have to do is identify 10 persons that you can send your link or your store to right now, or you can discuss your brand to with right now. Not necessarily your family, but if possible, your family can be part of your core 10 as well. But make sure it's that part of your family that believe in the problem you are solving, that can put money, a bet on you, and tell them to send it to another 10 people. Persuade them, beg them, do everything for them to be able to help you to get it on to another 10. Then you can easily build your tribe of 100. it is the best way to start a business in this 21st century. There will be a PDF regarding this checklist in order to help you again. Prepare a PDF for you, so you don't have to worry. Otherwise, you don't even need a PDF to get it all this done. If you understand all I've been saying since, I think you already know what to do at this point. And the second part of this lecture or of this boot camp is the practical aspect. You need to log into sellapy.com and you can start creating a store as a seller. There are so many resources on our platform, on Google, on our YouTube page, Sellapy Ecommerce, that will guide you how to do this step by step. We have a lot of supporting videos that will help you on our YouTube page, Sellapy Ecommerce. Sellapy Ecommerce. This you can even kick off all this process yourself without the help of no one. So you have so many resources that can guide you there. So if you are able to make it this far, I congratulate you, because you are now a pro in terms of brand building, in terms of crafting a story that melts people's heart, in terms of creating a brand identity that stands out. You understand the brand DNA, and you understand a lot of the A to Z about brand positioning. You can apply those 7 prerequisites that are needed for your brand to stand out. You understand, from purpose, from value, from identity to positioning. You understand everything you need to know about brand messaging and brand DNA. So I believe you have what it takes to make your store stand out on Sellapy. Even if you don't want to build on Sellapy, but you just want to build a brand outside, I believe you are equipped enough now to build something that has meaning, to build a brand that says your story, to build a brand that actually tell the pain and solution of your targeted customer. Anyways, there are some useful resources that will really help you to buttress your understanding and make you have enough knowledge that is beyond this 1-hour lecture. You can get a copy of Build on Demand, you can get a copy of Niche Brand Millionaire, or get a copy of The Nichepreneur. These books are fantastic books that will awaken the brand DNA in your head. Trust me, your mind will be transformed, and you'll be able to even create something that is extraordinary beyond you creating e-commerce brand alone. I believe if you read these books, there is no way you will not be talking like a pro. There is no way you will not be behaving like a pro. I'm not just trying to advertise to you now, but I'm just telling you what I know and what can happen in your life. Anyway, I believe that your brand stands today, and you can make your first sales just right now if you believe. You can contact me via the email, you can contact us via the website or the WhatsApp message as well. We believe you are part of us, and we are here to make you achieve your dream as an e-commerce millionaire. I will see you in the next module. Congratulations, my friend.